Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So finally I came with a new video on how to make Todo application using Laravel. So let's start coding. So in order to create a file, I'll use command prompt, and here I'll redirect to desktop and create a new Laravel application. Laravel new. Now I'll name this one as Todo application. Okay, cool. So this will take some time, so I'm gonna skip this part. Now finally the application is created. Now I will redirect to that application. And I will open this with VS Code. Okay. So once you open, you will get a lot of files, but don't worry about these files. These are just a model view pattern. So first thing first, let's connect this one with Applic with the PHP MyAdmin. So I will name this one as Todo application. Okay, Todo application database, and I'll open the XAMPP, and in the PHP MyAdmin I will create a new application and name this one as Todo application database, since Todo application database, right? So right now it's empty, and in order to connect this one, I have connect this one with this application through the env environment variables. First thing first, let's create a table. And in order to create a table, we have a command php artisan make migration wait underscore todos underscore table. Okay, once the table is created, you can go to the table and then you can edit the rows. I'm going to add the rows for storing the item, so it has to be string, and name this one as Todo item. And second thing is I'm going to confirm if the item is complete or not, so I'm going to use boolean. Now I will name this one as is complete, is underscore complete, is completed, and then I will give this default value as incomplete, which is 0. So once this is done, I will migrate this one to the database. So partition PHP artisan migrate migrate. Okay, so once this is migrated, you can go to the database with this one. Okay, and see in here. So this is the item we have created recently, and what we have to do now is we have to make the models in order to interact with the database. So in order to create models, we have a command and the name of the model will be todos. So just it's todos. Okay, that's fine. And also the controller, in order to control all the incoming requests. Controller, and I'll name this one as Todo controller. Okay, there's mistake. What did I do? PHP artisan make controller. Okay, the spelling is mistake here. So NTROLLER to controller. Okay, as you can see in the app HTTP, the controller is created, and so it's models. In the model, I'm going to register the table in order to interact with the database. Equals to, come on, not this one. I guess this is the right one. Equals to, and the name of the table I have created is to-dos. Let's see. Okay, yeah, to-dos. So and this to-do controller is going to handle all the incoming requests. So first I will go to the web.php in roots web.php, and here I will manage all the incoming requests. So let's delete this one. Is to get whenever user goes to this slash, then the controller is going to get activated. F slash e slash controller slash to the controller. Inside this to the controller, I'm gonna create a new function and I name this one as index. I will give the name. I'll give the name of this route as to-dos. Not this one. So I'm gonna name this one as to-do list, and I will create another route in order to accept all the accept the request coming from the form through post. I will slash to-do here slash, come on, controller slash to-do controller at the right, and I'm gonna name this function as a store and give the name of the path as add to do. I'm going to copy this one and here I'm going to use put. This is for updating the whether the application, whether the item is completed or not. So I'm going to mark this one as complete or not. Mark complete, and I'm going to create a function which is mark complete and name this one also mark complete, so it will be easier, Okay, CYMP good. And I'll create another path to delete the to-do item, and here I'll just delete. Okay, so once the roots are created, I'll have to go to the to-do controller and create all the function, which is index, store, mark complete, and here it has to be delete. So let's go to the to-do controller any create function index. I'll copy this one and create 4 functions in order to handle all the incoming requests. Store, mark complete, and delete. Okay. So whenever this index function is called through the request slash, here the Todo controller is going to get activated. So whenever the user clicks on slash, or whenever the request is slash, it has to be, I'm gonna return a file and so I'm gonna create a file folder and okay. So let's create this one in the views. Where is it? Here, roads, views, and I'll create a new folder, to-dos, and inside this to-dos, okay, we'll create a new file which is todo.let.php. So let's check this one if this is working well. So it's working well. Let's run this application. Okay, open this one. In here, 127. Okay, this is the command. Okay, app HTTP controllers to the controller does not exist. Why is it so? Let's check this one out again in the code. In the web.php, app HTTP controller controllers controllers / to the controller does not exist. To do why is this? I did a big mistake. This has to be backslash. I mean, it's not backslash. It has to be this slash here as well. Now let's go and refresh this page. Okay, fine, it's working well. Now in to-do list, to-do, I'll create a basic HTML. In here, inside this one, I'll create a form with the method post, and before that, I'll create a heading with the name to the application, and inside this to the application, I will create input field and give the name of to-do item, and another input field for the button. Input is to submit, since this is going to submit submit the form, just simple. So what to do? So when the form is submitted, it will go to the new route. and I will name it, and the name of the route has to be add to do. So then here add to do. So let's go to the to do controller, and in store is going to accept one parameter. This is request parameter, and then what I will do is I will create a variable. I will create a new to-dos. So inside this, I'm gonna create a new variable, and I'm going to call all these. Now, before that, I'll have to, in order to interact with the database, I'll have to use model. I have to call the model. So that's model slash, not this slash, it has to, again, the same mistake. Model slash to-dos. Did I do right? No, it's capital to. It's capital to-dos, right? So here it has to-dos. Okay, and then here I'll create a variable. New to-dos. I'll add item in the to-dos. To item equals to. Here I will add the request input variables. This has to be the name of the input field. This is to-do item. So here to-do item. To-do item. Request input to-do item. Okay. I'm gonna after all, now I have to set this one. And then I will redirect to another page. This is the first page with the status. And I'm going to display the message saying that item has been added successfully. Okay. So in order to display this message, I'll have to go to the to-do library to, in here I'll say if session, if there is a message, I'm checking this one. So yeah, come on. So in order to display the message, I'll have to use if See here, session. If there is a status, if there is a message, then I'm gonna display this one in a div. Just do alert. I've added a class so that it will be easier, to add for the design when I link this one with the Bootstrap. Inside this div, I'll display the message session here. So let's check this one out. Let's cross the finger and hope everything goes right. Okay, that's everything. Wake up early. What to do? Okay, what to do is not defined. This must be the error with the CSRF, which is cross-site reference checkup. So here I have missed CSRF. Now again I'll do this one, and now it must work out well because wake up early. Okay, generally role as its computer doesn't have a default value. Let's go into the utilization. Okay, so it doesn't have a default value. Why? Okay, we'll do mistake here. Into the controller. Okay, come on, default. Sorry, have to be default. So what I have to do now is I'll have to so I'm going to correct this part again. So I came back with fixing the errors. So after when I click on wake up early and add to do, so now it's working fine. What I did is I had to delete the table once again, and I recreate this one, and I have changed nothing else after that. So again, let's do it again. Wake up early, and then I will add another item which is frosted add to do. So item has been added successfully. Let's go and check in the database. In to-dos, yeah, see, wake up, brush it. So and the default value is also 0. So now we can add the item, and in order to display the added item, I'll have to fetch the data. So here to-dos item is 2. To-dos is to all. This and this has to be same. Here this okay, to-dos is to all, and then I will compact this to do item, to do item, and send it to this file. Here I missed the semicolon, to do item, so let's take this one. Okay, right, correct. And here I will say if, no, I'll have to use for to get all the data. So here it has to be studio's item, and there's IT, and here inside both. I'm going to split all the item with this item, and inside this item we have a to-do item. Let's check this one out. Let's refresh this one. Okay, wake up early, right? So it has the break line. Okay, fine. And I will add a small button in order to delete. So for delete, I'll have to create a form. This is method post, and inside this form I'll create a button. Now it's submit button. So value equals to delete, and since this is for deleting the item, so it has to be method will be delete, delete. That's not, come on. And I'll also go for CSR, of course, right? Reference checkup. So when user clicks and delete, then I will call the another route. Okay, fine. No. And the name of the route is, let's go and see. I'm gonna call this out, so delete. So here in the to-do controller, I'll have to find the item. So it accepts one parameter, which is ID. So if this accepts one parameter, then I'll have to send as well. So here I will send ID of the to-do item. Cool. Okay. And also in web.php, here it has to be ID. And now in to-do controller, I will find the ID. I'll find the ID. X2. To do is to find or fail item with the ID. And once the item is found, I'm gonna delete this one. Item is to delete. Come on. And then I'm going to redirect this page with the message the item is deleted. So with item deleted. So let's check this one. I hope this time no error happens. So yes, finally it's working well. Okay, let's check again by adding this one dance. Okay. So that's how you add the item and you delete the item. Now one more thing left is I want to mark this as complete or not. So in order to do that, it's a bit lengthy, so I have kept this one at the last. Here I'll create a link. This too. And I'll link this one as Marcus command. Mark is complete. So when a user clicks on this link, I'll redirect. I'll pass this to the mark complete route. Mark complete, and also I'll have to pass the parameter. So mark complete in here. Okay, this is fine. And here also I'll have to pass the parameter. And into the controller, what I have to do is I will have to search the item. So to use this too, find the ID, the item with the ID, and is PLG is complete because 1, because 0 is for incomplete and 1 is for complete. And then I'm gonna update the item. That, and then I'll redirect this one to the first page. So with the message item has been marked as complete. Something like that. Item has been marked as complete. Now, okay, let's check this one. Okay, let's say this one as marked as complete. Okay, the get method is not supported. Okay. With this out, support methods put. So since this is just a link, so I'll have to use get method as well. Okay, let's do this one. Undefined variable ID. Okay. Did I pass the variable? Yes, I did. Mark complete. This is fine. And with the PHP, mark complete is fine. Into the controller. Okay, here I missed the ID. So let's do it again. Let's mark this one as complete. Okay, column is complete. And full is complete. It's complete. I guess I did mistake here. It's completed, right? So it has to be. It's not. It's completed. Again. One more time. Mark is complete. Okay, item has been marked as complete. So let's go to the database. Let's see. Finally, yes, we did. So in order to check, in order to like make the item as complete or not, so we have to use if else. If no, come on. If else, okay. This one is fine. If draw item is completed. Complete is equals to 1. No, equals to 0. Then if it is 0, then I'm gonna say this one is incomplete. So here mark is complete. Mark is complete in when the item is complete. And here has been completed. And the link is not going to do anything else. Here, completed. So let's check this one out. Let's refresh this one. Okay, completed. So when I click this one, is mark as complete. Completed. Fine. Now I'll have to add the styles. So for the styles, I'm gonna do it in a first. So, but don't worry, I'll leave all the code below so that you guys can copy and do all the stuffs easily. So I've added the styles and body of padding 0, margin 0, box sizing, border box color and font size, and I've linked this one with the Bootstrap, this here, and what I did is I have added the color as well, background color, and all the stuffs of CSS, and finally I make this one. Let's refresh this one. Okay, fine. And okay, let's see. Okay, wake up early. What you do? Okay, item has been added successfully. Let's mark this one as complete. Okay, it's completed. And let's delete this one. Delete. Okay, fine. So finally, we finished our Todo application, which works perfectly fine. So that's how we make Todo application using Laravel. So in this channel, I will be uploading more of the videos like this one. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also click the bell notification. Thank you, and hope to see you in the next video.